Hello and welcome. Here we've got a brand new box of 1990 NFL Pro Set cards. And there are a lot of good ones in here. So we're going to open up one. Let's get this. There we go. We're going to open up one stack of packs. Check them out. See what we've got. There are some great rookie cards in here, a lot of error cards, some really good players. So we will start there. And up here, we have our podium. When we get a good card, it'll go onto the podium, and it'll be replaced by the better cards as we go until there's only one left at the end, and that will be our champion of the day. And we'll talk about some values and some players and just have a good time as we go. So here, we'll take this first stack from the bottom left, and we will begin. So let's see. There are, I don't know, probably 60 or 80 really cool cards in here, and definitely some error cards we'll be looking out for. So as we go, we'll kind of talk through what those are. Let me get you a little closer look so you get a nice view of the cards. And let's go. All right. So here we have the Super Bowl card. And let me figure out an easy way to kind of go through these so you can see both sides. There we go. Maybe that's going to be the ticket. Maybe we don't even have that. We just go like this. There we go. All right. Jacob Green. Fred Young. Bill Brooks. Mike Coffer. And what we'll do, a lot of these are going to be commons. So for value, they're generally going to be $1 or less for someone looking to complete a set. So what we'll stop on are things that have a little more value or just cool cards or maybe errors. And that way, if you have a collection of these, that'll help kind of give an idea of what some of them may be worth and what to look for in your collection. We got Jason Buck, Perry Kemp, John Grimsley, Eric Martin, Pierce Holt, Bruce Matthews, Wade Wilson, Richard Dent. So this card could be worth around $50 in a PSA 10. So we'll put that aside. But you could see, especially with some of these, 90s cards, you could see some whitening around these edges here. And even the corner isn't great. So there are a lot of cards that have potential value, but in actually getting that value, there will be probably just a few that may have it. But what we'll do is we'll put these cards aside and check them out later on in more detail and see which may be worth sending in for grading. All right, pack number 2. And we have that Super Bowl card, Super Bowl 23. Bruce Smith. Donnell Thompson. Merrill Hodge. Jim Mora. Dave Krieg. Eric Allen. Sam Weish. Brent Fullwood. Steve Brown. William White, Reggie Langhorne, Howie Long, Scott Studwell, Jim Covert, and that is our pack number 2. So we will keep rolling through. We're looking for someone to hit up the podium. Hopefully a Bo Jackson or Barry Sanders. Or, I think this one's going to be pretty cool, a Super Bowl 24 collectible card. Now that's a good one. Check that out. It has really good centering to it. And this card is worth, I believe, around $80 or so in a PSA 10. This one actually looks like a candidate. I've seen some that are really off center. This has nice corners, nice edges, so we won't go too far into looking at it right now, but we will put it into a sleeve very gently and check it out later when we look at our grading candidates. So there we go, right in and gently sleeved. Very cool. And we move on to Luis Sharp. Get the front there so you could check these out. And in a way, it's a way to kind of see the set, just kind of watching it. So easy on your end, and I'm happy to do it here. And Dalton Hilliard, Chris Dolman, Rodney Holman, Reggie White, that's cool. Ricky Dixon, Ed West, Alonzo Highsmith, Marty Schottenheimer, Mike Coffer, Albert Lewis, Mike Merriweather, Tyrone Braxton, and there's our scratcher. All right, cruising through. Actually, let's put our Super Bowl card up on the podium. I think that deserves a spot. And we're already 3 packs deep, so I'm surprised there isn't anything bigger yet. But time will tell. Let's see what we've got. Here we're starting with Super Bowl number 24. That's a cool looking card. Roy Green. Dalton Hilliard again. Pretty close back-to-back packs. Ronnie Lott. Rich Camarillo. Punting leader of 89, Webster Slaughter. Bubby Brister. Eric Thomas. Tim Harris. Dean Stunkhooler. Art Monk. Irv Pankey. Reggie Roby. Al Noga. Bud Carson. And that is the pack. So wow, it has been quiet. We're looking for different era cards, maybe a Fred Marion era card, something cool. Bo Jackson. Wow, this corner is already roughed up. You could see just from the box that corner is already in really rough shape. So thankfully it wasn't a wildly valuable card potentially, but that is Super Bowl 3. We got Tim McDonald, Chris Carter, two Chris Carter cards back to back. That's kind of interesting. Maybe they were stuck together in the printing process. What's interesting is you could even, looking at condition, like here's a good example. The coloring, on this first one looks like it's a darker print than on this second one. And so even two cards, same pack, right next to each other, can have differences on them. Let's see the fronts. Yeah, even the bottoms. Like this card has edge wear. This card is pretty clean. So interesting. Yep, even the top. If you look really closely here, you can see the border on this one is a little taller than the border on this one, even though the bottoms are pretty good. Tops are a little different. So interesting. Back-to-back cards, different, some minor differences, and cool. Part of the fun of finding things. Sterling Sharp, David Treadwell, Gary Anderson, Icky Woods, Bruce Coslett, Bubba McDowell, Mark Rapian, Herschel Walker, Greg Cragen, and Don Mosbar. Oh, we got Eric Metcalf. Very cool. Let's keep cruising. I wonder if we put this down, if I can go through a little quicker for you. Let's see how that works. All right. And again, these corners of the Super Bowl cards real roughed up. All right, Super Bowl 25 or 15. J.T. Smith, Ronnie Lott, Dennis Smith, Otis Anderson, Carl Meckenberg, Keith Willis, John Alt, JoJo Townsell, Ray Childress, Mort Anderson, Roger Craig, Frank Minifield, Steve Berline, Thane Gash, and that is our pack. Wow, it has been really quiet. I wonder if that means something big is coming up or if it's just a quiet box. But let's see what we've got here. Maybe something will turn up. We got Super Bowl 16. And let's see what we've got here. Ken Harvey, 257. Dennis Smith, we just saw him in the last pack. We got Christian Okoye. Dalton Hilliard, again, very popular in this stack of packs. Kent Hull. Greg Lloyd. Nick Lowry. We got Al Toon, Jeff Bryant, Jim Arnold, Steve Jordan, Brian Blades, Willie Gault, Vance Johnson, and that's that pack. Wow, we are running almost at the end. Just a couple left here. And we have Cowboys Dolphins, Super Bowl number 6. That's a cool looking one. Earl Farrell. David Folker. Another David Folker. So that's our second pack with back-to-back same cards. Let's see. Yeah, even this one. This has a little bit of a darker ink than that one. Interesting. Very interesting. And the fronts are relatively similar. Huh. Maybe they were just putting more in. Maybe they got stuck together. Either way, there we go. All right, Warren Moon, Chris Hinton, so this one, there is the more valuable version of it. It's card number 343, and see how that has the traded banner here on the front? The more valuable version does not have the traded banner in front, so this was probably an update to it. So not too much value on this one, but if you get that one, card 343 without the traded banner, check more into it. Buddy Ryan, Charles Haley, Troy Benson, Eugene Robinson, Hartley Dykes, Jerry Burns, Eric McMillan, looks like the All-Star Game card, 354, and a little rub off here on the printing ink. Bruce Wilkerson, Charles Mann. All right, another scratcher. And we are down to our last pack of the stack. This has been a very rarely quiet. Usually we get something within a couple packs that's from a good potential value standpoint. But let's see what we've got. Super Bowl number 18. Ernie Jones. And it's fun too just to see these cards, right? Like you're rarely going to be pulling out some of these singles, but we get to cruise through them pretty quick and see some great players from some really good teams. Donald Igwebuike, 313. There's a smoother way to say that. Definitely let me know. I'm sure there is. Felix Wright from the Browns. Warren Moon, the All-Star Game card. Max Montoya, also from the All-Star Game card. Mike Walter. Jeff Leishman. Oh, someone's jumping around. Who do we have? John Williams. He's still ready to go. Andre Tippett. Carl Lee. Anthony Munoz. Mervin Fernandez. And Paul Farron. And we got our scratcher. And these just have potentially win a trip to the Pro Bowl and collect free points for products. Most of them are losers, fewer winners, but it's cool to see them. All right, so let's check out what we've got. We have, let's see, our two big cards of the day are going to be, first and foremost, our Super Bowl 24 card, and then we have our Richard Dent from the Bears. So overall, a very quiet stack of packs. Probably the quietest I've ever seen, but this is a great card to pull and in really good condition as well. Sometimes I've seen them way off center, so cool to see that. Hope you had some fun. Hope you learned something. And there you have it. Until next time.